we have with us today Victoria Jahesh, who is a dedicated community advocate and a strong voice for women's rights and social justice. As the Chief Executive Officer at the Afghan Women's Center of Montreal, she works closely with vulnerable populations, including racialized women, seniors, newcomers, and marginalized communities. Through her work, she focuses on reducing social isolation, supporting and empowering women to build confidence, independence, and leadership. Racialized newcomer women often face intersecting barriers that limit their social and economic integration. Victoria's presentation examines how community-based, trauma-informed initiatives can reduce these barriers and create meaningful pathways toward participation and success. So with that, let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot to see so many students, new supporters, partners, and community members gathered in one place. As Professor Phil also introduced, so I'm going to just take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Victoria Jahesh, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer at the Afghan Women's Center, also referred to as AWCM. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here today and to share my experiences with all of you. My journey began many years ago when I arrived as an immigrant woman, resettled in a new society and navigating the challenges that come with it. Under my leadership, the AWCM has expanded support for marginalized women, especially recent refugees and immigrants, through inclusive programs, healthcare, education, and multilingual outreach. I initially came from a medical background where I led public health initiative and research, helping bridge the gaps in access and awareness. From there, I turned my work toward fostering resilience and integrations for marginalized communities, specifically geared toward women, migrant women, racialized women in Montreal. I'm passionate about helping others navigate challenges, and I hope my experience today can offer insights and inspirations for your own paths. So for many of the women we serve, the journey to Canada has not been easy. It is often marked by displacement, loss, trauma, and profound uncertainty. Arriving here may bring hope, but it also comes with immense challenges, language barriers, cultural adjustments, economic hardships, and social isolations. Our center exists to ensure that no woman has to navigate those challenges alone. Over the course of more than 24 years now, the AWCM supported women from marginalized communities, both individually and collectively, to help them participate fully in Canadian life and navigate the systemic, economic, and social-cultural barriers they face. Through tailored programs, self-development, workshops, and collaborative initiatives, we help immigrant women build confidence, skills, and community networks. So the AWCM actively advocate for the rights and interests of the Afghan woman at local, provincial, and international levels. The topic of our presentations today is about breaking social isolation. According to the Statistics Canada, an estimated of 1.1 million Canadian seniors experience loneliness, with women and immigrants being significantly more likely to report loneliness. Research had been found by Islam and Gilmore back in 2023. The social isolation can put seniors at greater risk of death than factors such as obesity and physical inactivity, also a research back in 2006 by Keefe, Andrew, Fancy, and Hall. Social isolation is a structural and social challenge, particularly for racialized newcomer women. Women may be even more socially isolated than their male counterpart. Language is not only a tool for communications, it is a gateway to participations, confidence, and autonomy. When that gateway is closed or delayed, isolation deepens. Our experiences shows that social inclusion does not happen just through services, but through connections. When women are given access to safe, culturally grounded spaces where they can meet peers, share experiences, and support one another, something transformative occurs. Programs that focus only on individual outcomes, such as employment or language acquisition, are not enough on their own. Social inclusion requires intentional spaces where women can build relationships, connect with peers, and feel a genuine senses of belonging. Community-based programs that prioritize relationships building, mutual support, and leadership development help women move from being service recipient to active participants and contributors within their communities. By fostering meaningful relationships and creating spaces for dialogue where diverse perspectives are respected and considered in decision-making process, is building future supporting racialized women through education and community. Education and community engagement play a central role in how racialized women build sustainable future, particularly in contexts shaped by migration, systemic exclusion, and unequal access to opportunity. What emerges from community-based practice is that education alone is not sufficient. When language learning is delayed or inaccessible, women are effectively excluded from participations regardless of their existing skills or aspiration. Community-based language programs, especially those designed with flexibility and cultural awareness, help address this gap by meeting women where they are and recognize the realities they face. Rather than through passive involvement, by focusing on community engagement to empower community members by giving them a voice, it will enable them to actively contribute their knowledge, skills, and experience in shaping the development initiatives that affect them. Again, a research found by Okeke in 2023. Community engagement encompasses a range of activities, including information sharing, consultations, and collaborations. As a community organizations, our role is to be a bridge between members of our community and the system at large. By providing opportunities to gain relevant skills in a culturally relevant manner, individuals gain the confidence and self-esteem to make informed choices about their livelihood and to become change makers themselves. Through ongoing dialogue and feedback, community engagement allows for a mutual continuous learning, adaptations, and improvement for members that continues beyond the end of 262 workshops responded of racialized women, 66% reported having experienced discrimination in professional context, and 59% in social context at some point since arriving in Canada. Among the type of discrimination encountered the most common involved racialized discrimination, reported by over 70% of respondents, followed by discrimination related to language. Between 53% and 60% of respondents were. Racialized and immigrant women routinely encounter bias within institutions, workplace, and public systems. Discriminations affect hiring and promotion decision, access to education and training, and interactions with service providers. And over time, these experiences erode trust in systems and contribute to disengagement. Although many skills women are admitted through Canada's immigration system, current systemic and socio-economic barriers inhibit many of their professional skills and expertise. A research recently found by Karki in 2026. While these barriers are deeply structural, community-led approaches demonstrated that they are not immovable. Across communities, organizations led by and serving racialized women have developed innovative strategies that respond directly to these challenges. Rather than addressing barriers in isolation, these strategies recognize the need for collective responses. Advocacy ensures that women's experiences are not threatened as individual failures, but as evidence of broader structural issues that require systemic solutions. Meanwhile, collective action encourages racialized women to come together to share experiences, analyze challenges, and develop solutions collectively. As previously discussed, collective spaces reduce isolations, build solidarity, and foster a sense of shared purpose. This collective approaches transforms individuals' struggle into opportunities for community-driven change, and barriers are understood. What emerged from these community-led strategies is a shift in how barriers are understood. They are not longer seen solely as individual obstacle to overcome, but as point of intervention to challenge system, build new pathways, and strengthen collective resilience. It's true that we're going to be having like a Q&A sessions at the end. From now on, I'm going to be taking any comments, any questions, and I will not be alone to answer those questions. I will be here with my colleague Sarah, with my also our board of directors, Ms. Makay Aref. At a certain point, maybe Elham John, if you would be able to answer some of the questions. So we'd be more than happy to take questions from now on.
If money isn't a problem, what would you like to add to the sector? You're talking about like economic barriers. Well, I would encourage.
The racialized community and ladies and women just to interact with other communities, to learn and to share. To share their skills that they have, and to be as much as possible active and come out of their home, to feel more inclusive.
It seems like you're always on the news. So how does that happen? Do you reach out to these news stations? Is that part of your initiative to get airtime out there, or how does that happen?
I think so far we've seen mostly Mrs. Arif and other ladies working at the center that they were at the news. But at a certain point, since 2021, when the Taliban took over, we have been reached out by so many journalists just to understand the reality of the Afghan Afghans in Afghanistan and those who came in as a refugee in Canada. And the only community they've been reaching out, it was Afghan Women's Center in Montreal. And they were just asking for somebody to speak, whether in French or English.
So my family's originally from Bethlehem, and they came here and worked very hard to get where they're at now. I live in Westmont now, and I run a business, so I pay very high rate of taxes. And I feel that we have a lot of immigration settlements and programs already in place in Canada. What does this center in particular add of value, considering we spend so much money already on people that come in here?
Thank you for your question. So we don't have to forget, the Afghan Women's Center is a space, where the ladies or the women, racialized women, feel the trusty place where they can, come and share with the trust and confidence their concern. Because we're coming from the same community and same culture and same understanding. So they feel more safe to share their concerns, so we can understand and we can provide help as much as we can, whether through interpretations, accompaniment, or any consultations necessary. This is something that we can, provide on top of what the immigration can, provide.
I was wondering if you guys are subsidized by the government, or how do you guys get your funding?
Yes, we're subsidized by the government. And how we manage to run?
How do you guys get your funding?
Oh, great question. It's very with the detail. So the governmental funding is available publicly, and all the organizations, non-profit organizations, have access to. There are all more than maybe thousands or 10,000 organizations similar to us that they can apply for the funding. And as whoever has the most significant maybe objectives, then they would be able to gain the funding.
Plan on expanding or still staying in Montreal?
Yes, absolutely. We wish to have the opportunity and ability to expand the services throughout the province of Quebec. So for now, we are located based in Montreal. We wish to also see if there's a possibility to go more toward South Shore or North Shore, as we have more Afghans in those areas as well. At certain point, we are also doing some activities in those places. Again, there's a lot of challenges, but we have to just go one step at a way.